I was told about a fire that happened at a row house on Benning Road. These row houses are across the street from the Fort Man Park and next to the historic Stewart Funeral Home. The only thing separating the two is this small grassy hill right in the middle of the both of them. I did a video on the improvement plan that's happening on Minnesota Avenue Northeast, starting with the construction of the new government DGS building. Well, this fire was just 2 blocks away from that new building. These row houses started out as average houses with average residents back in 2015. The first house on the left is 4039 Benning Road, and it was last sold in 1998 for the low price of $27,500. That was a low price back then because the average small 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath house was selling for $150,000. This house was built in 1934 and its last remodel was in 2007. As it now stands, it's not on the market to be sold, so it just sat empty since 2024. And the house in the middle has the address of 4037 Benning Road. It also sat empty at least since 2024. This house was built in 1939 and last remodeled in 2011. All 3 houses sat empty and then boarded up at least since February 2024 when I took this picture. There was a green vacant sticker on the door alongside with a red danger sticker. The third house on this row is 4035 Benning Road. This house was upgraded and put on the market to be sold months later. I took this picture in July 2024, before the remodel was finished. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath house was built in 1939 and was previously renovated in 2011. It's currently for sale for $400,000. Then there was the unfortunate accident on the morning of January 3rd, 2026. Firefighters were dispatched out to the row houses at 2:40 a.m. Saturday morning from a 911 caller. They were responding to the blaze by 2:45 a.m. Thick clouds of smoke and flames broke through the roof. The firefighters had to take on the fire from the outside of the building because the flames were just so intense to go inside the house. Firefighters also had to address the fire that reached into the empty house next door. It seems like the renovated house for sale on the end didn't have any fire damage, but lots of smoke damage. The fire was put out at 4:10 a.m. and no injuries were reported. It was reported that there were electrical wires down in the yard of the first house, but that's not currently confirmed as the cause of the fire. Officials said that the 2 affected houses were vacant at the time, and also there was a 2-alarm fire that had taken place at this same address in the past. The first thing I thought of was when I was told that there was a fire at these row houses was to blame homeless people for trying to keep warm during the winter. I hope that wasn't the case. But when I found out about it, I went there to take pictures weeks later. The boards went back up and the green vacant sticker was posted again along with the red fire damage sticker. There's a house next door that was feet away from the flames. I can only imagine that they were the ones who must have called 911. And I can only imagine how scary it all must have been for everybody involved. Weeks later, I saw a crew throwing large plastic bags out, and I can only assume that it was damaged material from the renovated house. Can you imagine putting all of that money into fixing up a house in order to sell it, just to put more money into it because it was next door to a fire? Surprisingly, the listing is still up without a change in the price. But imagine how mad that seller is. He or she invested in a neighborhood that's in the middle of a resurgence right now, and your investment is next door to a blazing fire. How mad was this investor? Well, they was about as hot as that fire. I'll assume a cleanup crew was going through and fixed up everything because the house is still on the market. The listing describes the house as a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with quartz countertops, sleek stainless steel appliances. The main level bedroom offers the flexibility of an ideal guest suite, or turn it into a home office, or have multi-generational living. Stepping into the large fenced-in backyard, it's perfect for weekend barbecues, evening gatherings, or a peaceful relaxation. There's also a finished basement with endless possibilities of a home theater, gym, bonus bedroom, or playroom. There's street parking and the convenience of major bus routes, 2 major metro stations, public parks, libraries, and nearby shopping. This is a old neighborhood that's slowly gentrifying. Lots of new apartment buildings are going up all the way down Benning Road, and I gotta catch you up on all of the changes. But now, my question to you is, what do you think of this property? Would you be interested in buying it? Do you think it's too expensive? Do you think it would fit perfectly into this neighborhood? And what do you think about what the neighbors think of living next door to these row houses? If you have anything negative or positive to say, leave me a comment in the comment section and a thumbs up before you leave the video. I'm Dickie D, your DC tour guide, and I will see you around Washington.